Well, hey guys. Back at it with another banger. I was inspired recently by the slop on my Instagram. I was witnessing some good slop. and and I was seeing all these people talking about nothing, um, and none of it matters, and it's like, whew, it's like nothing matters, and like everything's perfect at the same time. Because nothing matters. Anyways, it inspired me to talk about nothing because we're all talking about nothing. We're all just doing nothing, talking about nothing. We're all just yapping, yammering, jabbering. My slop is better than your slop, but it's all just slop. It's all just slop. That's what I think. But it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. No, doesn't matter. What you think also doesn't matter. None of it matters, actually. But that's why it's good. That's why it's good. That's why it's kind of fire. It's kind of fire. Like nothing matters. It's kind of fire. You could take like some guy could react to like, hold on, I'm just thinking about some good slop. Everything I'm saying is just something I've heard. Everything I'm saying is just something I've heard already. I'm just regurgitating the slop. I'm a middleman between you and slop. Okay? I slop a lot, and I'm thinking about some slop, and I'm saying the slop in my mouth, and I'm slopping it out right now. You know? And you get to witness it. As in me. I'm witnessing my slop. And it's kind of perfect right now. It's kind of beautiful. It's great. Yeah, but we're all doing nothing. And I was just thinking about this earlier. This point that I was about to bring up was this guy. He said like, he said that thing. He said the thing and it meant the thing and then it did the thing. Things that make you feel things, meaning matter what. Just yimmering and jabbering. Just about nothing, and that's great. But it's not. It's not great. Sometimes it's not great. Sometimes it's not great, but it's okay because we'll figure it out someday, eventually. I don't know. Why am I recording this? Because I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just slopping. Honestly, I'm saying words. They don't mean anything. Actually, they do. The words mean things. Someone like could take life and be like, "Oh my God, nothing matters. I'm gonna kill myself." Or you could be like, "Oh my God, nothing matters. This is great. Like I can do whatever I want right now. Nothing matters. This is perfect." You could do that as well. So just laugh at it. Laugh at the slop because it's just all absurd. It's very absurd. All of it's very absurd. It doesn't make sense. It's just slopping, slopping, slopping. Clavicular ego maxes on his his new Stacy. I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean? Words. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just slop. It's just slop. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, like it doesn't matter. And some sloppers are like, this is the whole thing of like my slop's better than your slop. That's a lot like the slop meter. That's something people really get wrapped up in the slop meter. It's like, oh well, we need to be doing something about that thing, and then blah 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 blah. Blah. We need to do this about that and that and that and that. Man, I'm just in my room right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. You're gonna die too. And that's fine. Is it? Yeah. No. Yeah. It's okay. It's whatever. It's weird. Okay? But it's fine. Yeah, give me like another decade. Give me like one more decade. I think we're good. Reign of Muhammad, you know? My name. That's my name. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. You know, words. You know, heritage, bloodline. That's something. You could get wrapped up in that. There's a lot of things that you could get wrapped up in. You could really like focus your you know, you could focus it up, you know? You could focus your little thing up in here, your let's call it your brain. Your brain. You can focus that up into whatever you want, you know, you can do that into the slop of I wanna be like I wanna be like gym maxing, frame mogging, you know. You could do that. You could you could meditate max, you know, you could it's all but it's all just slop, which is fine. But it's slop, you know. My slop's better than your slop. So this got me thinking. If I made a slop meter, would that negate what I just said? Like, would that negate the fact that I don't know, you know, I don't really don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, dude. I don't know what am I saying? What was this? I don't know. Words, you know, just slop, you know. Like you see the people on the Instagram, they're flicking up with their friends and stuff, you know. I got friends. I have friends. I have family. Um, yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, it's all just slop. I mean, at the end of the day, it's slop. That's kind of what I don't know if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down here. Like, you know, nothing matters. It's all just slop. You know, my slop's better than your slop. It's all just slop. But, you know, you could get wrapped up in it. You could get wrapped up. You could focus the brain in many different ways that could, you know, be beneficial to you, I guess. Number one, yes. Beneficial, yes. There it is.